Assalamu alaikum, dear students. It is 14th of July 2021, Wednesday. It's class 11th, subject education. Dear students, we have discussed the problems of secondary education, and today we are discussing the solutions to these problems, solutions to the problems of secondary education. Dear students, as you know, our secondary education, one of the problem of our secondary education is aimlessness. So the first thing is that we should have aim. We should set aims for secondary education. As you know, secondary education is aimless. We don't know why we impart secondary education, what type of students we should expect to come out from this after completing this secondary education. So there is no aim. The first thing is that we should set aims of secondary education. For this, we know different education commissions have suggested different aims of secondary education. We should take these aims of education as given by different education commissions into consideration while imparting this secondary education. As you know, dear students, the Secondary Education Commission has set the aims of the secondary education as development of democratic citizenship, improvement of vocational efficiency, development of personality, development of qualities of leadership. In the same way, Indian Education Commission or Kothari Commission that also suggested some of the aims of secondary education like increasing productivity, achieving social and national integration, accelerating the process of modernization, cultivating social, moral and spiritual values. So, different education commissions or different national policy on education also have suggested the aims of education. We should try to get these aims fulfilled so that our secondary education can become a fruitful activity. Dear students, as you know, the second problem of our secondary education is it is unsuitable. There is unsuitable curriculum. So we have to devise a curriculum for the secondary education which is diversified, which is flexible, which is people centered, which is activity centered, which is experience centered, which is related to social life. The curriculum should also encourage the students to make proper use of their life. Dear students, as you know, the problem of the secondary education is we have defective textbooks. So the textbooks need to be overhauled. They should be edited by qualified and experienced hands engaged in teaching. Authorities should take great care in this direction. One of the problems of our secondary education is that we have poor condition of teachers. The teachers in our schools, in these institutions, are very much disturbed because of their financial crisis. Though steps have been taken to reform the situation, much remains to be achieved. There is need to take important steps in this direction, both by the government and the public. A teacher should get his due on the basis of equality. Dear students, defective examination system is another problem. The prevailing system of examination is faulty. Examinations develop spirit of unhealthy competition among the students and encourage rote memory. So how can this problem be at secondary stage? How can we solve this problem? Students should be tested on understanding level and not on the memory level. The examination should be based on the total curriculum. The question paper should be divided into three parts, that is essay type question, objective questions and short questions. The number of external examinations should be reduced. There should be only one public examination at the completion of the secondary school course. Rational understanding should be encouraged. Internal assessment should find due place. Proper importance should be given to periodical tests and school records. Comprehensive approach to evaluation should be adopted. Dear students, problem of wastage and stagnation is a common problem at secondary stage. How can we overcome this problem? Attractive and healthy environment, diversification of courses, close teacher-pupil relationship, scholarships, abolition of fee and other financial aid will go a long way in eradicating the problem. There is need to create interest among children. Development of proper attitude towards school programs will help to overcome the problems. Organization of PTA, Parent-Teacher Association, can help a lot in this direction. Dear students, we have a problem of discipline. Student indiscipline is a problem at secondary stage. Problem of indiscipline can be solved through mutual cooperation of the teachers, parents, students and government. Each should realize his responsibility. There is need to instill a sense of belongingness among students. Teachers can contribute much towards it. The students' lack of social and moral values and spiritual values is another problem. The students' good education should aim at the development of character. Teacher can render good services in this direction. Mere sermons will prove futile. Example is better than precept. There is an urgent need to inculcate social, moral, and spiritual values among secondary students through school programs like morning assembly and reading from scriptures, teachings of great world religions as a part of the curriculum, silent meditation and prayer, social service programs, group singing of inspiring songs, celebration of religious festivals, etc. Without moral and spiritual values, we shall be a nation without a soul. To exclude religion and morality from education is to banish the spirit from a living being. The students at secondary level, we face the financial problem also. It is the duty of the government and the community to strengthen the economics condition of institutions by providing adequate recurring and non-recurring granting aids on a liberal basis for meeting the expenditure on staff, buildings, scholarships, library, laboratory, hostel and playground, etc. One of the problems at secondary stage is lack of vocational courses. Secondary education should be suitably vocationalized. The Secondary Education Commission has remarked secondary education should be vocationalized to a large measure and enrollment in vocational courses rest to 20% of total enrollment at the lower secondary stage and 50% of total enrollment at the higher secondary stage. The link between education and productivity can be forged through vocationalization of education, especially at the secondary school level. Money is being collected in the form of educational cess in order to impart education of vocational subjects. Persons of different professions of the city, district, and the state should be invited from time to time. The students should be given opportunities for acquiring practical knowledge in the vocations which are carried on the neighborhood of the school. Dear students, it's all for today. Tomorrow, inshallah, we will take up some other topic. Bye. Assalamu alaikum.